of the rope to an ordinary ice cube. Now we put a pinches of salt on top and wait for the reaction, during which the ice melted a little. But not everything is so simple. If you pull the rope, you'll realize that the cube is frozen to the rope, and very hard. No matter how you swing it, it won't fall off. And now, let's take a bigger cube and add salt that will need more than a couple of pinches. We will distribute it and attach an ordinary towel on top. We will firmly press it and turn it over so that the cube presses with its own weight. After about 2 minutes, the cube froze to the towel. And it can even be lifted into the air. Incredible reaction of ice with salt. We will need half a liter of water in a bottle. Let's leave it for about 4 hours and then put it in the freezer for another hour and a half. Carefully take it back out. Now strike one light blow and the water starts to freeze right in front of your eyes. Incredible, isn't it? Or you can hit the bottle on the table and get the same effect. And if you try to pour this water into a glass, it will begin to form an ice column. Carefully pour this water into a glass and then attach an ice cube to the surface. The water begins to gradually crystallize, and after a couple of seconds, the cube quietly stays on the solid surface. Tiny piece of ice is enough to trigger a freezing reaction in the whole glass. And just look how beautiful it is. By the way, you can pull off a similar trick with cola. But you need to freeze it for about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Open the lid by activating the gases, and then abruptly close it. And hit the bottle and the cola instantly turns into ice. Again, the trick with the lid. Then hit the table, and instead of a drink, it's an ice block. Let's take an ordinary ice cube and hit it with the hammer. It instantly shatters into small pieces. And now an unusual cube. The first blow didn't hurt him, and the second, and the third, and fourth. It's like it's indestructible. What's its secret? It's synthetic insulation. Pour the water into the ice mold and put the insulation in there. We fill it to the top and fill it with water all the way to the end. We'll freeze it and take our cube out. It looks like an ordinary ice, but even a hammer can't handle it. It's amazing how much its properties have changed from a piece of insulation. Let's take a fruit juice and pour it into a plastic bag like this. Let's put the bag in a bigger bag and now surround it with ice. Evenly distribute it over the entire area of the packaging. It is important that the juice bag remains exactly in the center. And now add salt to the ice at a decent amount. Close the bag and distribute the salt inside so that it comes in contact with all the ice. Wrap it with the paper towel and leave it for 10 minutes. We take out a bag of juice, and what do we see? It seems we have a whole package of delicious fruit ice cream. In just a couple of minutes, you'll lick your fingers. Here we have 3 vessels with seemingly identical liquids. We gently lower a raw egg into each one of them, gently lowering them along the wall. And now let's add ice cubes here. In the first vessel, we have alcohol, egg, and ice drowned. In the second, there's fresh water. The ice has surface, and the eggs in the bottom. And in the third vessel, we have salt and water. There's ice and egg on the surface. Pour into a glass of water to the very edges and drop an ice cube into the water. The ice has melted, but the water doesn't seem to have been spilled. Then, we'll add another ice cube. Has melted, but the water's not overflowing yet, so immediately the third one. The third cube also did not allow the water to pour out, but unfortunately, the fourth place was not enough. And now we need water, soda, and vinegar. Mix soda and vinegar in the saucepan with the violent reaction. Let's leave them for about 3 hours. When the reaction is over and we got this mass, to which we will add more water. Turn on the gas and put the pan on the fire. Stir them over low heat until the liquid becomes almost transparent. Pour it into a glass vessel and leave it to cool down at room temperature. Pour a little of our liquid on the surface and it immediately begins to crystallize. We'll pick up a little powder from the walls on the pan with the wooden stick and dip it into ordinary water. Like snowflakes, they spread over the entire surface, as if freezing the water. Look at this pattern. The more points there are, the faster the reaction proceeds. Just look how beautiful it looks. Let's try to crumble our crystals. They look like ice, but they are hot. If we smoothly pour out our liquid, then it'll begin to form in such a column. The freezing is just instant. And if you lower a wooden stick into a vessel with this liquid, it instantly becomes covered with crystals and then completely gets stuck in the solidified liquid. This time, the crystals seem to create a flower on a stick, but they continue to grow, filling the entire container. Let's lower a branch of a plant into the container. Having so many points of contact, crystals fill the entire vessel almost instantly. This process looks truly fascinating. I want to watch it again and again. And most importantly, every time it's an absolutely unique result. Just fascinating. Take 2 long multicolored balls and tie the box with them like a ribbon. And now on the other side, it looks unusual and catches the eye. In a similar way, you can decorate the legs of wine glasses for the holiday. Just tie them with balls. Besides, it will help to hold them tighter in your hands. If you suddenly lost the bottle cap, then a balloon will come to your aid. Inflate it and then place it on the neck of the bottle. Release the valve and the ball will wrap itself around the neck. Such a lid is absolutely airtight. The life hack is also suitable for glass jars with a large neck. And to remove the lid, just blow into the balloon and you're done. Fill a few balloons with water and then freeze them. They should become solid. Now, we'll take any suitcase and put drinks in it, covering them with our ice balls. That's it. Your homemade portable refrigerator is ready. Cut off the valve at the balloon and put it over a toilet paper sleeve. Put the projectile inside and pull back and bam! Let's take 2 balls of lots of chocolate. Melt the chocolate in a water bath to liquid state. Now we dip the balloon in chocolate for about half and put it on a saucer. Repeat this with the second balloon and then with the third. Now they will need to be frozen. After that, we just pop the balls and remove them for our chocolate cups. And in their place, we will put other balls, ice cream balls. Add a little sprinkling, and our usual dessert is ready. A chocolate bowl is no worse than an ordinary one. Besides, you can always eat it with ice cream. Let's take a pastry syringe, replace its tip with the balloon. Let's inflate it. And now we'll begin to gradually pour liquid chocolate inside. Helping ourselves with the plunger from the syringe. When all the chocolate is already inside,